that is a very big box.
Yes, I was cracking up because you were reading those comments about the 16 pill, and they said, "Can I ask you how you can keep everything from going on your neighbor's house or coming through whatever?"
Right. What's the trick? Huh?
I regularly get letters and threatening letters from my neighbors all the time.
So the answer is we don't.
No, I try to do the best I can. I warn them. I ask them to move out. They just don't listen.
I ask them to move out.
What can I say? So we got another fragile.
Oh, this thing's huge.
How many fragiles we're gonna get this
Why
week?
is it so big?
I don't know. I have no idea what's in this box, but we're about to find out.
What are you talking about, man?
Talking about, you know me. Even if I know, I say I don't know for the video.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I have no idea what's on. But we're about to find out. I have a feeling it has something to do with an RF amplifier. That
I hope so.
I think I'm pretty good with.
If you hear some annoying noise in the background, that's Undertaker flipping flat sides. I better turn that off.
Undertaking flipping flat sides
Yeah, let me pause that.
from Texas.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite videos from a year ago. I don't know where he's been, but
Well, we'll get him again.
I got to get him back. He was flipping flat sides on the barbecue.
Gentlemen, I got to get the microphone for this one.
Oh yeah. And I'm gonna have to help you take that out so we'll be right back.
If we're gonna have something as exciting as this giant box, we have to do it this way.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for showing up. We're going to find out what's in this box right now.
Start digging.
There's something wrong with us, okay?
Hey man,
We're sickos.
we like to have fun while we're box building.
What are you doing, clowning around? Well, I hope so. Okay, let's see what's in here, because this is a big old box.
Let me get
People like big old boxes because there's big old things in there, you know what I mean? Good Lord. We'll put it over here. I just want to bury Tucker. Where's Tucker? He's over there? No, over there.
he's somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Oh, house wrap.
Ooh, I see a biggin.
What we got going on here?
I see a biggin.
We had it packed pretty good, I was telling you.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, it's in a dust-proof bag-ish looking thing.
Nice. I see big old power cables.
And he found a lot of stuff to jam in here.
This thing
Okay.
is bad to the bone.
It looks like a 32 pill case to me.
That's what I'm going with.
It's
Hold
got
on,
a
let me help
couple
you.
of...
Hold on, it's heavy.
Is it?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So, yeah, this box really is a surprise because the picture we got of it, we could not tell what kind of pills were in there. So we're hoping they're not Toshibas. But it's a very old box, an old 32 pill, just like the one we have. And we can see they had to put oversized screws in the case already because it just got stripped out over the years or whatever. So it's just old. We're noticing, 22 noticed that the fan cables, they drilled holes and came through the cover, which is whatever. Maybe that's how they used to do it. I don't know. Because they surface mounted the fans, obviously, which is fine. Those are nice fans out there.
38 millimeters by 120.
Yeah, more like blowers, right? They move some air, I'm sure. That's the microphone.
Here we go.
Let's check it up.
Okay, check it up.
And here we go. Ooh-wee. Hot dog tamale, man.
Well, there's a plug in there.
Yeah, came unplugged.
So let's see what I can see.
What's going on with these fans? Kind of a contraption they got.
It's just a
Okay,
contraption.
all right. Yeah, that works.
Mm-hmm.
That works. It's fine.
Yeah, well, we're gonna redo it.
Get rid of this.
Yeah. So see,
Let me get this out of here.
this
yeah.
is what they did.
Right. Let me get this out of here. Hold on a second. Wow, that's got some weight to it.
Well, that's advantage.
That's half the weight. Wow. Okay. Yeah, so we got this is
Oh boy, look at the solder. This entire box has to be resoldered. The entire box has to be gone over.
oh Lord.
Look at the 1/0. You know what we're gonna do with that, right? Take it off of there and put a bolt so you can take the cable off.
Right.
It's too hard to work with that thing flying all over the place like this.
I
This
love the relay.
is an 80
I
amp relay.
love the capacitor, doorknob, or whatever you call those.
This? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a 100 puff 15K
Nice.
doorknob. It's overkill, and I love it.
Love the additional ground. Look at, they were having ground problems. Kept adding grounds. I love it.
More ground is better. I'm
Yep.
not sure I dig this. I probably solder right to the board. These?
We know what we do.
You know,
with those.
you know what I do with these.
Yeah, I know what we do with those. This is like a kind of an old Foxy built, Texas Tech 9 style.
Tech 9 Texas Star type of
Look,
you know,
they're
combining.
They're everywhere.
Combining.
Tons of them.
It's
These
very...
guys wrap their sphinctus off.
There's a lot of sphinctus wrapping here.
Oh, I see. What the gentleman did who gave us this box to look at, he put tie-ties on in areas that he wanted us to look at that he knows were questionable. I think that maybe someone else did or whatever.
There's not
the
enough
case.
tie-ties.
Well, you got one here, so it's a blown resistor in there, I think, which is bad because that means blown pills.
I say all this comes out, you do it traditionally. Done.
Really? Kind of just do it.
Well, the new way that we do the combining,
What kind of pills we have?
you got HD 2879s.
Okay.
But you see the soldering, it's all got to be redone, all of it.
Yeah.
You see these here? Wrong. They got to be metals.
Right.
Okay.
I never saw them doubled up like that.
Yeah, I've seen it before. Because they want to get the right value, and they probably have more than 1,000 puff on there. If I have to guess, that is 500. That is so they do have 1,000 puff. A lot of guys are going like 1,200 because of the HGs.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is different because the way they do this, the input is totally different. It's tuned differently.
Right.
They got 5 wraps here, and I think they have 4 wraps here, 4 and 5. You know what I mean?
Oh wow.
And this is no. It's not wrapped right. Not right. It could cause keep it from even
Well, I
power
think
being
that's
going
why he
through.
put the tie in. This was his way of telling us the problem areas.
And all this loose and stuff, you can't have that. It can't be done.
Right.
This overhead power system is not new, but the soldering wasn't hot enough. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And they're trying to keep the casing on the wire so it could protect things, but normally you'd have a solid copper bar and go off of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's this way this box is built. You can put a power strip right down the middle and go off on both sides.
Right.
You don't need all this
Right.
stuff here. I love the cable though. Look at that. It's like nice 1/0 cable.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, we don't know if the pills are all good. We see 10 ohms here. Are they being honest? Are the 10 ohms being honest to us? Right?
Yeah.
So far, I see nothing blown on this side as far as... Oh, there's one right here. This one's a goner. As far as the 10 ohms, doesn't mean there's not more. This box could be made to really work good, you know, but it needs a lot. I see one 10 ohm gone for sure. The pill strips are like heavy duty. You notice that? I like them.
Yes.
Those are nice pill strips, but I don't make that crap like they used to.
Now, are those the straight ones? Yeah, without the notches in them?
I like them and I don't because you can't get closer, but they're good enough, you know? You get enough
Right.
of the tab on there that it works, you know?
Right. I see a tab. It pretty much looks like that tab is not soldered right there.
Where?
I'm pretty sure they forgot to solder the tab. on
Where?
there. Well, maybe it is. Maybe it's just on the tip right here.
See, because they have regular pill strips on this side, and they got the straight ones over there.
Oh, okay.
This isn't done like I'm usually used to it.
What are these random capacitors? What are they?
This is
Why
a
is there
tuning
one
kit.
here and
It's
one
a
here?
tune, that's how they tune these boxes. These all come together into these bigger ones here, then they're tuned there, and they go into the biggest one. So it goes from 2 into, see this here?
Yeah.
These two are together. See, these two are together. these two are together, and these two are together, see?
Oh,
And then they go into these bigger ones. So
I see.
these
Combine them
go
into
into here, okay? And then they go over here into these combiners, and they tune them. Then it goes into the biggest combiner, which that thing is not going to cut it. This is a 240, and I don't even know if this is a 61 or if it's a 43. I don't even know. You know, there's no way for me to know it.
Right.
So that's got to go bye. But my suggestion, because this entire box has to be torn apart, because take a close look at the solder work in there. The whole box has to be resoldered.
Somebody somebody was doing life the hard way. I feel sorry for the guy who was working on this, because
He didn't have the soldering gun he needed.
right.
When they changed these pills, they didn't have the right soldering gun. These are 1.5-inch transformers, which are fine. They'll work. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it should be redone like the traditional way now, with the combiners that we use for the front and back end of the 4-pill sections, and the carousel combiners and splitters that we use now, and the traditional tuning, because with these HGs, they're harder to tune. Now, if you have all this stuff going on, how hard is it going to be to tune?
That's true.
It's going to be impossible. You know what I'm saying? So it has to be done the way the clown knows how to do it. It's the only way I can do it.
Yeah.
So I see one blown pill for sure. Yeah. It's, this board was, you know, the traces were cut out around the board, around the transformers. Somebody put a lot of work into this board. See, this thing was, when it was new, was probably kicked some butt. Man.
Oh, very cool box.
Whoever had it was probably the king at the time.
No doubt.
Because this box, I'm thinking, is 30 years old.
For sure. Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Let's see what they got on here.
I got newer style. My newer style was 30 years old. My 711 build. This might be 50 years old.
It's just a different style. It's just a different style of building. But it's the box, the case itself.
Right.
It looks like about a 25, 30-year-old case.
It's a little. Was yours this long? It looks a little longer than yours, maybe.
Mine was exactly that long. There's the board. The same case as my 32 pill was.
Yeah.
That's your base box now, right? Yeah, the 32 pill is your base box now.
Yeah, we built a 4-pill in it,
Right.
with power supplies in it. And stuff.
A base box, right?
Yeah.
So we got to give him a call, see what he wants to do. It's a lot of work, a lot. I won't do it any other way. I can't just fix it.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay. Let's call him.
It's just no way.
This one's got to be.
No, it's a lot of work, man. If it only has one blown pill, that's half the battle. The transformers are good. These have to be all the 1000 metals have to be put on there. These are 470s. They got to be 330s. You know, the tuning up here is different because of the way they wrap them. You know what I'm saying? The impedance is different here. All the transformers have to be rewrapped, 3 and 3.
Right.
You know, this power strip and all this goes bye-bye. We put a standard traditional power strip down the center. You have the cables coming in like this to there, or maybe through the bottom if you want to redo it. But it's quite a challenge. It has to have new combiners, new splitters. It's got to have the coils built. You know, it's got the L circuits have to be built, and all that fun stuff. So that's all I can do it. That's how I would do it. I wouldn't let it go out with all this stuff wrong. I just won't do it. So it's got to be done right, the clown way.
What's wrong?
Wrong wrong metal. I mean, these should be metals here.
Right.
These are silver micas. These are wrong. These are 470s. This is the right value, but it's the wrong type. You know what I mean?
Right.
The solder is all got to be redone. All the solder's got to be redone. This is wrong. I don't even know what this is.
Well, what if a guy said, just change the 1 pill and I'll just use the way it's...
I don't. Honestly, I don't want my name on that.
Gotcha.
It'll just blow up again.
Right. Yeah, this thing's...
There's a lot. That's not going to be the case, I can tell you right now. There's more. Somebody worked on this, and there's going to be more to it than that. You know what I mean?
You know, it's like they were close. It's like
Here's another blown pill right here.
Oh, really?
That's 2 that I can see. How about next to it there? There's a 10. That one's good. So there's at least 2 pills. I'm assuming there may be more. And you know these HGs are already hard to tune, right?
Yes.
Oscillating and stuff like that.
Right.
It looks like these are all 80s. There's some 74s here. So some other ones blew over here again, right?
Right.
That's an 85. That's a 74. That's an 87. That's an 80. That one has no number on it. These are 80s. That's 85 over there. 81, 81. So we changed a bunch of them on this side. Bunch of 81s.
Well, you know what? They converted this thing from a Toshiba to an HG, and I don't think they ever got the tuning right.
Well, I don't know if they did or not.
Probably what happened.
They probably just tried to put them in there and make it work.
Right.
It's got to be done the right way.
Yeah.
It could be a butt kicker. I can tell you that
much. Could be a very serious box.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's give him a call.
Okay.
This poor box, it's dead. It's dead to me.
It's dead.
Wait, no, that's from, huh?
What did it do to you?
No, I heard that from some other show. Oh. This box is dead, and it was sent to us to try to get it working. And I said, sure, I can get it working. I just have to strip it down to the board. There's quite a bit of things that are not right here, so we're just going to take it out. These have to be metals. These have to be 330s. This is already 1,000, but they're not metals. They'll be 3. All the solder's wrong. These all new pill strips. All the pills have to be taken out and checked. Got to take everything down to the board. All of these combiners, everything's coming out completely down to the heatsink, completely stripped down. And we're going to rebuild it like we build them now with our combiners and our splitters and our L circuits and our metal caps and our tuning and our, this is the way we do everything. So it's going to be completely rebuilt. So it's going to be a lot of fun because if we're going to do it right. What do you think, Mr. Clown? You watching what we're doing here? Making sure we got it all done right.
You're checking it out.
Always being watched around here. Always being watched. You have no faith in me, do you? I didn't think so. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So I'll be some time lapse going on this one.
Oh, yeah.
And show you everything coming out all the way down to the board.
Ooh-wee. Right down to the heatsink, really.
32 Pill of Love. The Clown Way is coming up.
Yep, and we're even going to change the board because we like this old copper board, but if you can see the solder line in there, they actually pieced like 3 pieces of board together, and it's not even wide enough for the case. So we agree with the owner, Mr. Heatwave. He said, let's just do a new board too. So we're going to put a new board in there. We hate to let the old ones go because they're good quality, but this one, we don't like the way it was pieced together. So
we got it.
Moving on.
going to check these 1000s. I'll check each one of them and make sure that they are close in puffage before we put them onto the transformers right here. But first I'm going to try these and make sure they are where they're supposed to be. Each one's got to be checked. 1006, 1007. You know, I wonder if these are pretty close. I think we got these from Fat Boy. Pretty sure we did. And they're usually pretty close if you bought 1%ers, you know what I mean? I'm not sure where these came from. 1003 was balanced between 1, 3, and 4. Good, good. Gotta be within a couple percent, you know what I mean? When you're running the bigger boxes. I mean, if they're all exactly perfect, that'd be the best. But you'd have to buy a lot of these. And they're very expensive now. So as long as we do them with intolerance, we'll be good, you know what I mean? So that's what we'll do. We'll check each one of these and make sure we're within a couple percentages. And 1009, I'll put that, well, the other one was like, let me put this on the side, see what we end up with. A couple more here. You don't have to watch me do all this. It's pretty boring. I'm doing it with one hand, so just letting you know we check all these parts. See, that's much better. We check all these parts to get them very close in tolerance so that these 4-pill sections, when they're all combined together, will run smoothly and cool. So I will continue doing that. And these are all for a 32 pill we're rebuilding. You'll see the rest of the video, obviously. So we'll get those all checked out, make sure they're within tolerance, put them on these large transformers. When we get the new board, because we have the case and the old heat sinks, which are awesome, by the way. Let me show you the heat sink on this thing, man. Some of the parts we took out of that thing, man. Woo! Look how big they are. The whole length of all the way to the back of the box. And then look how far forward they go. Whew, those are some big heat sinks. This thing's so heavy. But, so you don't want to change that. You want to keep those old heat sinks. And the case is fine. We got the pills. You got the transformers reusing, changing all the capacitors. You know, the input, output on the 1000s to 320s. We're going to retune the entire box for these HGs. It was built differently before. And we're going to do it like the new style that we do with our carousels and all that good stuff. So, okay, we're going to keep on moving forward, try to get this thing done. You know what I mean? See you later. Of course, the board doesn't fit. It's a bigger board that we ordered. So I have to cut it down. I got one piece off. I started scribing it with the razor and then tried to snap it, and it didn't work. So I took the old Ryobi or Dremel, whatever, and cuts good. So that's what I have to do now with the two sides. I need 1 inch off of either side. And this will be 13 1/4, and it'll be 22 1/2, and it'll fit right in there. So we'll get that done, and we can start doing something with this 32 pill. As you're cutting it, the wheel goes away. So we got to change them, but basically, I got to change the wheel. Basically, that's what I'm doing to make the board the right size. It'll be nice and clean when I'm done. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what's going on here. I got the heat sinks in place the best I could. But what happens is the holes run off. They're looking good, looking good. See, I'm starting to run off now. They're not in the center. Running off more. They're not even in line at all here. You can't even, let me get a little more. Look where the holes are at. No holes showing at all. Because the old board was kind of wacky. They just followed the old board. So I have to widen all these pill holes. So those will go in. Widen all these. And I have to re-drill all of these. I'll see what I can do with this one. I might just make this bigger, but on the other side's kind of the same thing. They're close. They're good as you're going down. They run off a little bit. If it doesn't go, I have to widen the pill hole. See, like that? I'll just widen this up and fit the pill in there. Same with this. See that? See it running off? Whee! How much fun are we having today? So it's not real bad, but that's what has to be done. More work. Making my own jigs. Look at this place. Everything's custom because nothing fits here. All the pill strips have to be custom made because the pills are all wacky. So I got to cut each one individually to fit and slide in it. So I had to make a jig to cut those notches out in there. See, these had to be notched out here because these pills are moved down. All these pills are out of whack because of the heat sink that was used. So I got to make everything fit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get everything to get in there to fit right. Still got to cut the slots in all these things. The other side might not be as bad, but I got to do that. And then hopefully this is a little straighter, but not perfect. So that's what's going on right now. I'm making custom pill strips for this thing. Wow. Took me about 10 hours to get to where I'm at now. All I got is this one side done right here. It's 6:30 at night. I started at like 9 o'clock this morning. Actually, I started last night. But I finally got one side done. A lot of work, man. A lot of work, all custom. The only way it would work. But it's coming along. See what we can do next. Coming along, man. Had to make all these custom pill strips, but it looks nice. But this one pill right here, the holes were all screwed up. So I filled the holes with my JB Weld steel stick. It's been about 6 hours. I'm gonna see if that's ready to work. Got one more pill and then basically I'm done. Let's see if this is gonna drill. Okay, drilled one hole. Let's see if it'll take a self-tapping screw. That stuff was hard, man. It drilled like the aluminum, so let's see if that's gonna work. I'm gonna try to put a screw in that. Okay, last pill. I drilled it out. This is where I put that steel stick stuff in there. And I drilled them out. And then I put the screws, and you can see the threads in there actually. So far, so good. I'm gonna put the pill in there, put my juice in there, put the pill in, see if it installs. Okay, it worked. Got the last pill in there. It's holding just fine. Tightened down and everything. Okay. good, and I can move forward and start putting this thing back together. Should be a lot done in the next few days. We'll be back to show you some of the stuff. But I'm glad all the pills are in, all the pill strips are in place, everything's ready to go. So let's ride.